It is preparing to go live. I hope I did it right. Okay, it's being live streamed. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Okay, welcome to Deadpan Dope Tuesdays, Beanie Blessings. This is me, Kristi Scribbles, filling in for Deadpan Lizzie, the Beanie God. She is participating in a tribute to Katie Lazarus at the Gramercy Theater tonight, so that is why she can't be here, and she asked me to fill in for her. I'm excited to be here. This is one of my favorite open mics. This will be recorded on Facebook Live and YouTube. If you don't want to be seen or heard, please mute your mic and turn off your camera. Please unmute yourself if you do read and mute when you are not reading. This is a mic for all mediums of art and all beanies. Few ground rules: no hate speech or bullying. Lizzie usually doesn't have trigger warnings in her Tuesday night open mic, but if you feel like you need to give her trigger warning, just go ahead and do so. Each artist has 4 minutes to share. Send me a private DM if you would like to, share. And if you're out there in Facebook land, come join us. This is the place to be on a Tuesday night. With The Word is Right, they have something every day of the week, 7 days a week. Go on the Facebook page, check it out. Go on the Instagram, go on Instagram, go on YouTube, look it up. Marissa Prada, she is the publishing out of Red or Green Books. They are promoting and publishing an LGBTQ art anthology coming out soon. We're all excited for that. And the Fierce 15 debut poetry books coming up in the summer. So I think that's all we have to go through. And we can get started. So I will let you know who's up and who's on deck. First, we have Christopher Moore with Kelly on deck. Christopher.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Good. I'm good. Tell the people where they can find you, and anything else you wanna say. You have 4 minutes, and the floor is yours.
Okay. I'll tell them where they can find me after I read the poem. Then, this one is an older poem of mine. It's called "Annexed to the Queens." I once offered my heart on a silver platter to a gorgeous long-haired blonde. After squeezing all the blood out of it and tossing it up and down in her hand for a few months, she took a bite as if it were an apple and placed it on a plate. Before her, there were also others. A few brunettes kicked it on their knees as if it were a hacky sack. One even sent others to crucify it for her. There was another who analyzed it like a map, only to later decide venturing in wasn't worth her trouble. Currently, it's undergoing repairs. Others circle around it, however, waiting for the next bidding to begin on the poor, unfortunate soul. Thank you. And where you can find me on Instagram at More Poetry 1990. That's my personal poetry page, but I also will be doing a open mic hosted by The Word is Right. More poetry every second and fourth Wednesday from 7:45 to 9 p.m. First one is going to be May 11th.
Okay. Yes, Christopher. Loved your poetry, your unique voice. It's a pleasure to hear you. And love that you're doing an open mic. That's awesome. Love it. Check Christopher Moore out. Let's go. Okay, here we go. Next up is Kelly. Kelly, do you go by Kelly? Is that your name? What do you go by?
Kelly is good. Just Kelly McAllister is not a particularly unique name. There are hundreds of thousands of us whose parents were not essentially creative, if very cheerful. I have two pieces. The theme will be very evident. All right. This first one is called You and I and Loss. My grief is a tangle, a knot of I, and you, and you, and you. I want to celebrate, remember you with them, but they didn't know the you that I did. The you and you and you that I knew is all mixed up with the me I saw in you and the you saw in me. Even if I could, and I can't, untangle that knot of us, I wouldn't. You and you and you are gone, but we still are. We will always be the us that was. It lives apart from I, and you, and you, and you. I've lost you, but I still have us, and we, and ours. The pieces you gave me and I gave you remain fitted tightly together, a joist, a foundation. I will build upon it, something that you and us and we could be proud of. That is the first one. And the second one, I almost had it. This one's called The Battle You Lost. So real cheerful for me today. Sorry about that. The battle you lost. There are those that will think you weak from their rage born of loss and misguided fits of pique as they mindlessly critique without knowing how uniquely bleak the things you didn't seek. They must not have seen as you started to disappear as the days turned to weeks and the weeks into years, faking cheer for your peers stuck in the life you most feared as you drowned in the cumulative tears of those years. They must not have seen how hard that you fought, turning every painful stone, the endless treatments you sought, fraught as you waited, sobbing in parking lots, hoping that this was your big shot, the crushing disappointment as it all came to naught. They must not have seen how the lies in your mind stole your interest in anything that wasn't designed to remind of those who were cruel and unkind, and whose actions defined how little you could trust in mankind. It's easy to cast stones from the safety of a distance to ask why you simply didn't reach out for assistance, when they didn't see your battle of resistance, where assistance in this instance was sadly non-existent. You were brave, you were strong, you held on as long as you could. Those people are wrong, they have misunderstood. Their uninformed moralizing doesn't do any good. You'd been fighting since childhood. I know how much you withstood.
Ooh, Kelly. Oh, I love the repetition and the rhyming and the rhythm and it all. It was all so good. Tell the people where they can find you and anything else you want.
I have a blog that I post leftovers and works in progress. I'll throw that in the chat. And you can find me on Instagram, full name, Kelly Mary McAllister.
Loved it. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you.
Okay, I forgot to tell Chance on that you were up next. So I'm sorry. If you're not ready, let me know. After Chance on, it will be Edpotastic. So that's who was up on deck.
Okay, yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
So I will read a Tonka. Lust at its highest, our clothes at their lowest, sweat drops like rainstorms, bedrooms hot like a sauna. Let's burn calories, my love. Haiku. Bombs bursting in air, our connection ignites as cannons explode. Haiku. Kristi scribbles well, sweetly breathing on pages in powerful ways. haiku. Let's poet and chill, watching Bridgerton and write romantic love notes. Haiku. Poets unite here behind screens in our homes around the planet. Let me see. Let me see. Sorry, I'm trying to find something else to read real quick. Okay. First love note. It was a Saturday in August in a cold basement warmed by mutual affection. Impressed because I had virgin lips, she invited me over. She was a teen mom that was fine by me. We sat together on the couch and watched movies. We sat in the kitchen and ate spaghetti. We journeyed back to the basement for me to call a cab. We held each other close. She stepped closer and wrote the first love note on my lips. Her lips were soft, full, sweet. I heard the song Wonderful World as I walked cab, a silly grin on my face that remained for the rest of the night. Thank you.
I loved all of them. And the shout out, thank you. That was awesome. Made my night. Yeah, amazing. Tell the people, where they can find you and whatever you want them to know.
You can find me on IG, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube at Solink Speaks. And you can find me on Facebook, Chanson Antonio Bird. I'll also be hosting a 6-part haiku workshop for The Word is Right, starting this Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern. I'm still waiting on the Zoom link from Marissa, but it will be the second and fourth Sundays in May, June, and July. So I look forward to seeing you guys. The name of the workshop is Hear Me Cool. So I look forward to all of us cooing together. Thank you.
And what time was that again on Sunday?
5 p.m. Eastern.
5 p.m. Eastern.
And
Okay, yes.
I also post my link tree in the chat where you can find my books that are on sale on Amazon.
Yes.
And I have them here. Sorry for taking so much time. But
No.
this is my second book in Open Soul. My journey to holistic healing is on sale. My most recent book, Little Inspirations, is a children's poetry book that was inspired by my substitute teaching days in Virginia, and my first book, From Crisis to Confidence.
Yes. Ooh, I love you. You had the books, showed them today.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Go get those books. Everybody come out on Sunday. And wait, what was the name again? It slipped my head.
The name of the workshop?
Yeah.
Hear Me Cool.
Hear Me Cool. Perfection. Yes. Perfection. Okay. Thank you, Chanson. Ed Potastic, you are up next, and Ray Jane is on deck.
Thank you. How's everyone? Is everyone ready for some fun on the Moon of the Sun? Great, the fun has just begun. My name is Ed Potastic. Hope everyone feels fantastic. Please get a time to join my rhyme, for I feel sublime. All right, I have 2 poems, and you know they're gonna rhyme. The first poem is called Lyrical Butterflies. Oh, music, what can I say about you? You make me happier than a fish swimming in deep blue. Music is harmony to all our ears, it exterminates our darkest fears, and leaves us into delightful tears. Music can send fire to our hearts or a big warm hug. It can kill the inner traumas or the toxic bugs. Music gives us a safe space. It gives a vibrant room to elevate, concentrate, and meditate with extra grace. Music gives us nostalgia in a more surreal time. It reminds us we're alive in our physical and mental prime. Music can raise oceans, destroy mountains, and set off volcanoes. Hard to believe just from listening to a few notes. Music can make you move and groove a million times. It's deep in our roots, kind of like these rhymes. Music gives a moment to express ourselves in this ugly yet beautiful world. It can inspire and teach any little boy or girl. Music is art in its own unique and luminous form to break us out of our boring dorms. It could be a radiant sun or a chaotic storm, but listen in order to transform. Music is the air we breathe and the food we eat. It's the senses that freeze our bodies and burn our feet. Music is a performance that's happening inside our minds. Actually, it's like poetry. You can feel the energy going up our spines. Music is, wait, let me simply tell you, but put on your headphones or earbuds to submerge in the musical blue. Let the notes go through and around you so you get lost inside your whimsical cocoon. Thank you. I got one more spicy for you to say the least. This is called um, this is called Tantalizing Melody. There you are, my naked piano. I'm here to ravage and save your keys. Don't worry, I tuned up my xylophone. I'm here to tease and set you free. Every time I look into your eyes, the melody comes to life. Time to play to a musical and lyrical sunrise. Time to play with all the energy in my might. My lucid violin, please reveal those nice and sensitive strings. Let me play them without pauses or ends. Let me listen to your body create tunes while you sing. My sensitive maracas, I'll shake and shake them in my big hands. Please get lost in the harmonious buzz. Let me play on this barren yet enticing land. My delicate chimes, the songs play every time you jingle. It was passionate, romantic, sublime. I love to listen to your wiggles and tingles. My soft harp, I love how my fingers flow into you. You sing notes of ecstasy, euphoria, and taboo. Let our minds melt in the musical blue. Do you feel the giant fireball we need to subdue? My bare guitar, let me stretch out those heavy and long notes. Let us burn brighter than any star or light or star. Let your body float while I prepare my throat. My pink trumpet, you glow every time I blow and blow. I can't stand or sit. You love it when I play long, strong, and slow while the air goes down below. I can hear the melodies play in your chest. It's like my tongue's been blessed with the echoes of yes, yes, yes. You played my ebony clarinet. You played with so much accuracy and precision. The burning tunes have been set. It felt like I was feeling another form of religion. My sweet drums, the tempo was getting faster, faster, and faster. I heard your high hums, the sweet sound of an orchestrated disaster. My soft bongos, the ground kept quaking and shaking. I was playing whatever the rhyme and notes go. My fingers weren't aching, but our gray was breaking. My ecstatic saxophone, the songs kept rising up. There were lyrics even when you moan and groan. Our hearts were speedy and pumped. The concert is over. The black curtains covered us. Wasn't I a passionate composer? Shh, my dear. Let's dream while we touch and hush. And thank you very much.
Fantastic. Yes, I loved the music weaved through both pieces. It was very nice. And it definitely had rhythm. So thank you. Let the people know where to find you and what you're doing, whatever you want.
Sure, you can find me here, there, and everywhere because I have tons of words to share. But if you want to follow me, please feel free. My Facebook is Eddie Foreman and my IG is Eddie Foreman 92. And remember, if the mic is right, I'll be there shining my post as an insight. If you send me a request, if you take a guess, I'll click yes. Hope everyone stay positive, safe, and blessed, and never stop spewing the wonderful words outside of your chest, and never stop being and feeling your best.
Yes. Thanks for coming, and thanks for watching over the weight room for me while I'm busy hosting. I appreciate you coming and supporting. Okay, so who do we have next? We have Ray Jane next, and Marianne Peterson is up on deck. Ray Jane.
Hey, Scribbles.
Hey.
Hey, excited to see you doing your thing. I'm happy to be in the room with you and everybody here. Greetings, everyone. My name is Ray Jane. You can catch me at The Word Is Right on the last Friday of every month for Freestyle Fridays. You can catch me every Thursday of every week at the New Eurekan Poets online open mic. I'll put all my information in the chat. I got 2 poems for you guys. Both of them are for women considering what they're trying to do, what they're always trying to do. The first is a shorty. It's entitled Overturn This, Motherfucker. This is my pussy. Sir, this is my uterus. Get your plan off me. Okay. And the last one is an oldie but goodie called Nasty Woman. Nasty like, fuck the life you thought you earned, I am Earth. Landing you deep at the core of this unmistakable energy, I know you feeling me. I reject all permission for masculinity, I've been a G. OG like G-O-D, I've been difficult. An odyssey, it's odd you see, but can't see me, so fucking fly. Honey tongue devoid of lies, you better pronounce that right, it's your majesty. The woman in me is all the women you see. I am every, all, completely. Can't even feel me. You ain't grabbing nothing, especially not this pussy. Aw, Sookie. She's emerging, expanding, pausing to ruminate over the true weight of her words, using her body as she pleases, loudly moaning into your stillness while demanding continual pleasing. Unapologetically, she flagellates in front of you, daring you to question the ceremony in her climax. 100% all fact, she reads like an almanac, mapping your astrology, penning the likelihood of your harvest. The rising of your tide, she abides by nothing. Unlocked and dastardly with it, she got it 'cause she get it, the fine-ass line between conquering and catastrophe. Imperfect when quiet, but well equipped to spit some shit that'll make your faults tremble. Hands designed to reassemble her dichotomy, expertly balancing between clutch the pearls classy and being mad nasty. Thank you.
Yes, Ray Jane, bringing, what needs to be brought on a day like today, right? You just feel so defeated and down, and then you come, The Word Is Right, and you hear poems like that, and you're like, yeah, clutch the pearls, And oh, get your plan off of me. Get your plan off of me, damn it. Thank you, Ray J. Whew. Okay, so we have Marianne Peterson is up next, and Stephen Blaine is on deck. Marianne, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. What do you got for us? Let the people know where they can find you, or, just do your poems, whatever. It's good to see you.
It's you too. Okay, this one is called My Youngest Son. I wrote on the 26th of April. He did it again. He tried to hit me again. This time I was able to block it. There's a difference this time, though. This time he said he would kill me. We talked to him about it. He said he didn't mean what he said. He said that because he was angry. We told him that he cannot say that stuff at all. We also told him he cannot strike out like he does. We told him he could land in jail or even prison because of that stuff as he gets older. He needs help psychologically. He's already on medicine for ADHD. What other things will we have to do to help him? We don't want anything bad happening to him. He has to straighten out his act before he lands in major trouble. I'm getting more worried for my youngest son. I don't want anything to happen to him. I don't want anything to happen to any of us. That one. Okay, the next one I'm going to read is called I Am I wrote on my birthday this year, January 13th. I'm a mother. I'm a poet. I'm a self-published author. I'm a caring person. I'm unique. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm a woman. I'm lovable. I'm a survivor. I'm very creative. I'll
Yes,
do
Marianne,
one
is that all you
more.
have? Yes. Okay. Keep going.
Okay, this was called Dreams I wrote April 8th. Dreams come and dreams go. What did you dream about when you were young? What did you want to be? I wanted to be a professional singer at first. Then I wanted to be an actor. Then I wanted to be a writer. On my dreams, I did get to be in one movie. On my dreams, I did get to become a writer. I'm a self-published author now. Which of your dreams came true? I had a dream of having kids. I have 2 that came through. Do you have any more dreams that you want to come true that have not yet? Keep striving for those dreams. Dreams can come true.
Yes, Marianne, yes.
Yes.
Thanks.
Straight shooter. Right to the point. I just love your poetry so much. It always, it just hits me right there, and it's
Yep.
exactly what you need to hear. And I appreciate your voice and you being here. Seriously.
Thanks.
Okay, who do we have? We have Stephen Blaine, and after up on deck, on deck, or next is Parquillian. Right? I said that right? Yes. Okay. So you're up on deck. Stephen, what you got? What you got for us? Oh wait, you're muted. Hold on.
That was part of my shtick. I didn't intend for anybody to hear me. I'm sorry.
Of course.
Marissa's laughing anyway. I just was past couple days. It's called Muse. Did you know that you pronounce Muse with a Z, not with an S? It's not a muse, it's a muse. Just a little tidbit. What do you do if the muse is gone? No one to blame your pain upon. What have your inspirations done? What do you do? What do you do if the muse is gone? No one to hang your heartache on. No cross for you to bleed upon. What do you do? You have got a story to be written about love that went awry and did you wrong. If you ain't got a muse to leave you smitten, how can you ever write a poem or song? What do you do if the muse is gone? No one to blame your pain upon. What if your inspiration's done? What do you do? What do you do if the muse is gone? No one to hang your heartache on. No cross for you to bleed upon. What do you do? She's your adversary. She's your lover. She's the shadow in the only dream you know. In the bleeding of your heart, you feel no other. Why'd she have to up and let you go? What do you do if the muse is gone? No one to blame your pain upon. What if your inspiration's done? What do you do? What do you do if the muse is gone? No one to hang your heartache on. No cross for you to bleed upon. Nothing left to freestyle or to sing out. Nothing left to share in chapter 1. Prompts just do not help in any manner, and all the angst just isn't any fun. What do you do if the muse is gone? No one to blame your pain upon. What if your inspiration's done? What do you do? What do you do if the muse is gone? No one to hang your heartache on. No cross for you to bleed upon. What do you do? Thank you.
Wow. Stephen Blaine, everyone. The muse, you know? What a heart jerker that is. I could listen to you all day. Tell people where they can find you or whatever you want.
You find me here. I hang with you guys.
That's right.
and I play in Harlem. I've got a gig. I had a gig 2 nights ago. It was great. And I'll be there in June. And I got a new album coming out. And, you know, outside of the insanity that's going on, life is good.
You know, I secured us an Airbnb for the festival in Harlem. So we will be in Harlem.
See you there.
Yes. And I fly into New York Wednesday late afternoon, and I think we're doing something at the New Weekend Wednesday. No, I don't know if it's Wednesday night, but Friday night for sure. Ron Mark Thompson and I are hosting an event Friday night in the cafe for 9/11, and then I leave on Tuesday, so I'll be there almost a whole week.
Well, I'll try to avoid you at all. You know, I use all my energy to.
It's gonna be so much fun. So yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
If you know where we should go in Harlem, like places I want to go to Melba's Cafe and eat, but anywhere we should go in Harlem.
Yeah, I'll go with you. I've been wanting the macaroni and cheese. I think it's probably horribly amazing.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, well, thank you for blessing us with your sound. And yeah, it's always a pleasure. Always a vibe with you and Ethan. Okay, so up next, we have Parquillian, and on deck, Ethan Mackler.
Oh, thank you, Kristi. Pardon me while I go off camera as usual to be able to see what I'm reading here. If I can find where it is. I thought I'd start with another of my elegies. This is for a friend of mine from middle school that I relatively recently reconnected with on Facebook before he passed away from a long illness. It's called Laughter Lifting Through the Tears. You taught me to nestle Hangul in their frame, that beautiful script for Korean routine, in spite of the lilt in your quite Irish name. Your mother had come from that morning serene. You shared novel sounds that were easing your fears, a band of traditional Japanese strings, like echoes of victory filling my ears, infused with the power of metal-clad wings. My mind wanders through a familiar breeze, with tales of rich heroes, both brave and so true, while now a few thousands of sakura trees are whipping their nebulous petals for you. But memories of how your sharp laughter once swirled still cut through the gloom of this pandemic world. And that ended up fitting into a form of a sonnet. So it's an unexpected surprise. It's in loving memory of Larry Lafferty, whose name can be translated as Victory, Rich Hero. And then next, I think I'll go with this poem that's just come together this last week or so, but not an elegy, but a memory, sort of on the theme of childhood crushes again. It's called Liebe Christina. I still remember the very first time I saw your face with those dimples so deep. Your birthday it was, you came to the door, and Klaus said to me as I stood there bemused, "Give her the flowers you hold in your hand." At once I handed them over, amused. I realized then he'd played me a ruse. He claimed his hands were just too full of presents to carry them up the stairs that led to that door on the upper floor. Your mother served dinner, the party began. We shared a few glances, but nothing more. You dip your fingers into the wax and that pooled in the well of the candle flame that burned on the stand in your sister's room, where we all sat and listened, where we all sat and listened to a troubadour sing about his wanderlust Jewish Greek life and how the flowers would bloom in the spring. Klaus was your cousin who'd stayed at my home, but I couldn't follow his English class. So it was decided I'd attend school with you, as our two ages were the same, more or less. And you were studying French instead, which held my interest much more, I confess. Your birthday was near the end of June, while mine was halfway into July. We both turned 16, were legal to drink, but I was more thrilled by my new fountain pen, the way it moved when you wrote my name, perhaps imagining letters we'd send. I still remember the tilt of your head, the single, pardon me, the single word "nah" escaping your lips. I could not think of more words to be said. And then your aunt, a hug to just suggest. I savored that moment of touch we shared. The wistful look in your eyes said the rest. Thank you very much.
Yes. Martin Parker, Mark William, I love your tributes and your memories. They hold so much energy and depth within them. And as you're speaking, the rhythm comes alive, and so does the person inside it. So we appreciate your poetry and your voice. Tell the people where they can find you, or what else, anything else you want to tell them.
You can see my calligraphic artwork, like on my background, on my website at parkwillian.com or on Instagram under parkwillian. And I do have a couple anthologies I've been published in with my workshop group, so I'll put the links for those in the chat in case anybody's interested.
Okay, amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm just going to assume everybody who is on the list, the first list, will roll into the second. If you do not want to read again, send me a DM in the chat, and I will take you all off the list. So we are going to, Ethan Mackler is up with Christopher Moore on deck. Ethan.
All right, thank you. I'd like to do a piece, if it's okay with Steven. I wanted to do a piece based on the thing he just played. Where do you go when the muse is gone? All right, okay.
Yes,
great.
Ethan Mackler.
That was great.
I hope I did it justice.
You not only did you do it justice, I was like hearing just you and me recording that, just the bass and voice. That would be so cool.
The part where you did the
Yeah, well, we'd work on that.
no, do you know what?
Yeah.
Do you have any
I like what you
idea? That sounded like an Elton John.
Oh,
bit.
I'm sure I stole it from somebody.
I'm wondering if because it's piano and.
I'm sure. I'd be shocked if I didn't, infringe on somebody's copyright all the time. But that's the beauty of music. As long as you don't get sued, you're good. That was really good. I love that, Ethan.
Is that a new song of yours?
Yeah. Yeah. But like you said, I mean, maybe there are fragments in there. I'm sure there are that are derivative.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we all do that.
Yeah. But that was fun, man. I really honored that you did that. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
That was
Ethan.
good.
You became the muse. You became the muse.
I became the muse.
Wow.
I'm so glad I realized that just now instead of like an hour from now. We sign off and whatever, and I should have said that. Well,
That was great. Thank you so much. Beautiful.
Amazing. Okay, Ethan Mackler, tell the people where they can find you.
Well, I can post it, but yeah, Ethan Mackler on Facebook, and I'm part of a Friday night series, Garage Poets Open Mic, and that's on Facebook as well. Garage Poets Open Mic, and we've been getting a good turnout, which is the stuff opening up, and it's Friday, so I'm very happy about that. So.
Yes, I have been to the Garage Poets. They are fun to hang with. Go check it out. Check out Ethan and his amazing music. Okay, so next up we have Kelly, and on deck we have Ed Potastic. Kelly.
Hello. If you hear any weird growling, my dog has just decided that it's fetch time. Ignore that.
Mine do that too. Right when you're in the middle of something important,
Yes.
It's like, play with me now.
Yeah, we laze around doing nothing for 2 hours, and he wants nothing to do with me. But the second I'm engaged in something, he wants me. All right. The first one I actually want to read was one that I wrote at a workshop with Ray Jada a few weeks ago. I think you were actually there, Kristi. It's a duplex poem about my childhood. So fun. Okay. My first heartbreak was my mother when she chose them over me. When she chose him over me, moved a stranger into my home. A stranger moved into my home, and my home it ceased to be. When my home it ceased to be, I packed up to find my own. I packed up, I found my own. I learned to ration out my groceries. Learned to slowly ration groceries, filled my stomach with my anger. With a stomach filled with anger, my first heartbreak was my mother. That is the first one, and why I'm in therapy. The next one, okay, we'll go with the COVID poem because everybody's got a good COVID poem. Do they not? What else did we have to do? Mine's Sitting with Myself. The paradox of mass isolation. We are all alone together. A shared experience experienced separately. In my apartment of ones, one bedroom, one chair, one toothbrush, one key, no distractions, only me. I cannot escape my thoughts. I cannot eat through them. I cannot grind them with my teeth. I cannot swallow them whole. At first, a curse. Like an animal caged, I raged at the walls and I howled through the bars. Time has eroded the sharp edges. It has dulled the ache. It has shone light into the dark places I have hidden for so long. I have sat with myself, with my pain and my scars. I have read my history as a book and studied its lessons. I have embraced these walls, not as a cage, but a cocoon, a space to reflect and reform, to emerge strong and newly formed. I have planted myself in my solitude and grew to hope, and like soil, it nourished me. I am grounded. Finally, 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 I start to flourish. That is all for me.
Well, that's enough. We will take it. Okay. Yeah, the poetry tonight is just everything, everything. Okay, so Ed, you are up next, and Stephen Blaine, you are on deck. Oh, Ed says skip him. So Stephen, are you ready, or do you want me to see if somebody else can go?
Get somebody else up.
Okay, Parquillian, are you ready?
Yes, let me just
Okay,
pull
so
something up here
Stephen
real
will
quick.
be on deck, and Parquillian will be up.
Cool. Fast turnaround here. Okay, let's see. I think I'll read another elegy. This is for someone I actually babysat for, or boysat as he preferred. This is called The Search for the Inner Warrior's Freedom. I now recall a speeding van I rode in down a country road to sit with you when you were a boy. You handled the shift while your mother drove. I fell asleep that very first time. Your parents had to shake me awake. So would I be allowed to return? They pondered on the path to take. Invited back, I heard your tales of hearing in village old sounds that suggest that pressure had strains of mazurka tunes you learned at a Polish wedding fest. We talk about your projects for hours. Ignore the outer descent of the gloom. The sound of gravel underneath tires would send you running up to your room. I later remember talks more serene, reclaiming your life from sour travail, sharing thoughts on how to proceed, hiking in both directions the trail. You'd enter via the Eagle Mount, yearning to walk in the open air, seeking to free the warrior within, meeting an older woman there. You found your way around the world by building landscapes and buying land on verdant slopes of the 5-0 state and cooking for friends on New Mexican sand. At last you seemed to settle down, your mother ever proud of your life, renting a home in our hometown, but landlord woes would lead to strife. Along with your son who shared his name, you then lived above your father's store, where he would sell the finest tomes that readers renowned had owned before. You fell into a sleep for a week. A series of shocks had shaken your heart, then opened your eyes one final time. Before this plane you did depart. I'm sad but glad to drive the miles to witness the piper at the gates and stand in line by the ancient oak that over the centuries silently waits. Our age-old Quaker meeting room, a normally placid sacred place, could not contain the multitudes that spilled into the adjacent space. From bikers with tattoos straight out of the hood to mothers of sons who felt understood, all gathered there to wish you the best on the following phase of your restless quest. And this is in loving memory of Marcus Macaluso, whose name can be translated as Warrior Free. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Martin Parker, or Parquillian, as some call him, which I tend to because I love a good name. Okay, so we have Stephen Blaine up now, and we'll do Julian, I'm sorry. I wrote it down wrong, on deck after Stephen.
Well, thank you, Kristi. Some of you are some of you study the great poets, I'm sure. I study the great songwriters. And these two are named Jimmy Van Heusen and Sammy Kahn. And they wrote a lot of the songs from the 40s and the 50s, a lot of the big hits. This is one of my favorites, called All My Tomorrows. I wish I wrote this. Today I may not have a thing at all, except for just a dream or two. But I've got lots of plans for tomorrow, and all my tomorrows belong to you. Right now it may not seem like spring at all. We're drifting and the laughs are few. But I've got rainbows planned for tomorrow, and all my tomorrows belong to you. No one knows better than I that luck keeps passing me by. That's fate. But with you there at my side, I'll soon be turning the tide. Just wait. As long as I've got arms that cling at all, it's you I'll be clinging to. And all the dreams I dream, beg or borrow, some bright tomorrow they'll all come true. And all my bright tomorrows belong to you. No one knows better than I that luck keeps passing me by. That's fate. But with you there at my side, I'll soon be turning the tide. Just you wait. As long as I've got arms that cling at all, it's you I'll be clinging to. And all the dreams I dream, beg or borrow, some bright tomorrow they'll all come true. And all my bright tomorrows belong to you. I love that. That's a great song. That's a great.
And I'm not on mute, so I'm here like, yes,
I mean, it's
sorry.
the lyrics are just, they're so brilliant. They're so like nothing brilliant. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All
thanks
I can
for.
say. Oh, go ahead.
Thanks for letting me sing.
Yeah. All I can say is that on a day like today, when the world feels like it's imploding, to come here and listen to this poetry and listen to your songs, Stephen and Ethan, it's just good for the nervous system because you just feel stretched to like a rubber band. And, community is here and places like this exist for us to connect when the world doesn't make sense. So thank you for being here.
Pleasure to be with everybody, and I feel exactly the way everybody does. What's going on right now is just the most frightening thing. I don't know what it really is horrific.
Yeah. We have to use our voices. We have to stand against it, and that's what it's showing us. And it's going to, you know, allow people to gather and come together, because that's the only thing that we can do. The people have the power. The march has the power.
I hope they do. I hope
Yeah.
to God they do.
Me too.
That's all I can say. I hope to God they do.
Yeah. Women have the power.
They should shut these
So,
guys, just smack these guys down, boy.
mm,
These
just
horrible guys.
but we're here, and we're, you know, spreading our voices and connecting, and it makes a difference. Even when it doesn't seem like it does, it really does. So glad everyone's here. And Julian Matthews, you are up next. I'm excited you're here. Sorry I said Jillian, but my sister Jill is in the room, so Jill is on the brain. So
Will
good
you
to see
add
you,
me to
Julian.
this page too? Will you add me to the list, please?
Of course, yeah.
Now that I'm home.
Wait, no,
Thanks.
you can't let Marissa go. Come on. Come on. All right. Let her go. It's all right.
Yeah, thank you. This is called Sea Prompt. I miss the ocean and beach holidays, but the sands of time wait for no man. Is an older man than just an island where the sea erodes his memories and with every lapping wave takes some away until he becomes increasingly isolated, cut adrift under starry, starry nights, or perhaps a castaway writing poetry in the sand. I am that old man, a poet who can't memorize his own words, who clings to smartphones smarter than me, who relies on ways to tell me where I am and take me where I'm going, who needs Shazam to remember all my song titles, who needs Spotify to remember all my song lists, who can't even wake up until I've hit the snooze button 3 times. 3 times. Remember when alarm clocks rung? Now I leave it all to Samsung. Remember when Apple was the fruit you ate to keep the doctor away? Remember when I and phone were 2 separate entities, not joined at the hip or the wrist? Remember when TikTok was the sound made by a grandfather clock? Remember when tweets were the sounds birds made, not the twittering over how much Elon Musk paid to buy it? Remember when Amazon was a rainforest and a river worth saving, not the savings you got from the free same-day delivery? Remember when an algorithm was a math equation, not a means to manipulate public opinion? I spend more hours on Facebook now than facing a book. I'm told I have to pin all my interests on Pinterest, that I can only impress with words if I have WordPress. Just gram all your foodie snaps, she says. Will I instantly lose a few kilograms? I reply. Actually, the only thing I post on Instagram are photos of my parked car in malls, so I won't lose it. I'm told I should store all those pics of my parked car in malls on, get this, Google Drive. My daughter posts Snapchat stories that cannot be saved nor slipped into albums, nor framed on a wall, nor kept in a dusty shoebox, nor archived in a musty storeroom. Seeing you behind cold-tempered glass is not the same as hugging you in person, Andrea. They say all my digital stuff is safe and secure up in the cloud. I'm sorry, but safe and secure are 2 words I do not associate with a cloud. And I just want to know what type of cloud. Are all my status updates floating away like stratus clouds? Have my cumulative memories become cumulus? Is my less nimble mind now nimbus? Sometimes I feel it's all drifting away on the horizon where an unforgiving sun is now downloading into the sea. But this ain't no beach holidays. If age is a number, when will I know mine is up? Just another stranded cruiser waiting Friday, I'm weakest at the end of the week, where some days you want to remember, but most days you just want to forget. Too much month at the end of the money. I let the devils in and find union with spirits where they say black liquids are good for you. Guinness Stout is good for you. Who came up with that rabid piece of doggerel anyway? Probably some dry poet at a bar scribbling terse copy in the back of a napkin, a starving artist who gave it all up for a regular paycheck, maybe an island lover who now misses the ocean and beach holidays. Someone just like me, lost poet, adrift and alone and stranded at home, and until his Friday comes. Thank you.
Julian Matthews. That's just
Wow, Julie, that was killer.
perfection.
Oh man.
Wow. Yeah. You know, one of those you just want to hear again and again because there were so many lines and more lines on top of lines. Thank you for sharing and let the people know what you want them to know, or you're good. Okay. Thank you. Ethan Mackler is next, and then we have Marissa on deck. Ethan. Yes. Got the vibe going tonight. Thank you, Ethan Mackler. Tell people anything you want to tell them.
I put it in the chat already. Facebook,
Okay.
Garage Poets.
Yes, Garage Poets Friday night. Okay, so now we have up, and we'll probably just wrap it into the third round. So Marissa is up now, and Kelly, you are on deck. Marissa Prada.
Oh, cool. We're doing a third round. So feel free, Kristi, to cut it off when you're ready. Okay.
Oh, okay.
But if you want to stay and keep going, I mean, you're welcome to just, yeah, let me switch you.
Okay.
All right. So this is some new shit. I wrote this on Saturday in the Tumblewords workshop with Kit Wren. And one of the prompts, the prompts for this one is take something from your childhood, a movie or a song or something, and use that as your prompt, but like twist it, make it new or different. So this is what I wrote. It's titled The Very Hungry Woman. Out of the darkness of my mother came all the karma she had to square in her life. Came a child almost 3 months early, guided by guardian angels, probably the production of a thwart escape plan. The very hungry woman ate her way through infancy to become a window gazer in the 2nd grade, unintentionally ignoring teachers and lesson plans because she was still hungry. The very hungry woman ate her way through grade school apples meant for teachers and playground fists that needed educating because she was still hungry. Hungry to belong, hungry to be held, hungry to be home. So the very hungry woman ate her way through homecoming parades, floats, dances, report cards, first kisses, and first heartbreaks, because she was still hungry. Hungry to find purpose, find passion, find direction. So the very hungry woman ate her way through college, freshmen 15, some of them men, and then some, to become an acrobat juggler of choices she was never prepared to make, to gain and lose because she was still hungry. Hungry for acceptance, hungry to make her parents proud, hungry to do anything except fail. So the very hungry woman ate her way all the way through her 20s, wondering where her childhood went and when did the men begin to make the decisions, because she was still hungry. Hungry for inspiration, hungry for love, hungry for adventure. Then the very hungry woman ate her way through her 30s, because she forgot that she was a child at all. Growing and raising children instead, still simply a plaything for men, because she was still hungry. Hungry for touch, hungry for hope, hungry for change. Until one day, the very hungry woman ate her way through the trenches of despair and old age, despite all who said she could never do it, never stand on her own, never change her wayward ways, because she was simply a woman, one woman. But on that day, she was no longer hungry, for she had gone home, leaving the best of herself behind, and hoped that they too find themselves not just merely women, but still hungry for more. Thank you.
Oh, that was amazing. Thank you for
Right.
sharing it.
Thanks.
Oh,
I love the Tumblewords workshops. I only write there these days. And so, yeah, Saturdays, it's free workshops every Saturday afternoon. Tumblewords Project on Facebook.
nice. Okay. Well, that's amazing. I think we are going to wrap it up with the second round. I think that's the perfect spot to stop. I appreciate everybody being here tonight, the poetry, the music, the vibe, the heart, the soul, all of it. shout out to Deadpan Dope, Lizzie.
You know what I'm
and
going to do, Kristi? Real quick before you close the show. So Cinco de Mayo is this week, and we're not doing a slam on Saturday. So I'm thinking let's do a Cinco de Mayo and Margaritas open mic on Saturday. So if you want to come, I'll be playing some mariachi music. I'll have my sombrero. I'll have my tequila. Come Saturday night open mic. I'll do a poster for it, and we'll do a Cinco de Mayo on the mic open mic Saturday night.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Steven.
This was great. See you
Thank
later.
you.
Good night,
hold
everybody.
on, I got to do the Beanie blessings, people.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Here we go. In honor of Lizzie, we missed you. Beanie blessings. We close out our time together staring at the same sky. Whether the sun kisses down on your face, the cotton candy clouds begin to swirl in the early evening. The crescent moon fades in as the constellations begin to dance throughout the night. We all look up at the same sky. Thank you for blessing the sky, soil beneath our feet, and our family with your presence and art. Thank you for taking time to create. Thank you for holding space. May you squirt out poems kitty style in dreamland. May you always have beanies to keep us warm and stylish. This has been Deadpan Dope Tuesday Open Mic with The Word is Right, hosted by Kristi Scribbles. The Beanie, not the Beanie God, but filling in for the Beanie God on behalf of our community, I, Kristi Scribbles, bid you adieu. Until next time.
Thank you for